I've opened the session called Elastic Audio for Music. If we can change the internal timing of an announcer, can we do that same thing if the part is a musical part, like a drum part or a guitar part? And the answer is yes. Let's take a look at that. Here I have just a simple bass drum and kick part. Let me change its volume just a little bit. So what we've got is a drummer who plays really well with his foot. All his kick parts are exactly on the click lines here, and rushes his snare parts. Every single one of his snares is rushed. We want to keep the kick parts and move the snare parts. We're going to apply elastic audio. In this case, there is no pitch to the part, so we don't have to worry about polyphonic or monophonic. We choose rhythmic. Just so we can hear how far out these parts are, let's go to track and create a click track and listen to the part against a click. If I don't hear my click, I have to figure out why. It's probably because click is not activated in the transport. Window, transport, sure enough, click wasn't on. So now it's on, we should hear it. So we hear a horrible flamming noise whenever he hits the snare. Let's fix that. We'll mute the click for now. So rhythmic has been applied here as the algorithm of choice. We're going to switch to analysis and see how it does. Great analysis this time. It found a trigger for every single event and didn't give us any bogus triggers. Nothing really to add or subtract here. Nothing really even to move. Everything shows up where it should. So we'll switch to warp, and I'm going to need to move the snares. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I want to be sure that I'm anchored, and I don't see an anchor at the beginning. I don't see the little half triangle that I would see there, but I will see it as soon as I start moving. It popped up, and now it's telling me that this end has been pinned to complete our analogy. I can now adjust these snares so that they fit with the bar lines. And I can do that in shuffle or slip mode, but it's much easier in grid mode. I'm going to undo that move because I want to anchor the good parts, the kick drums that are actually on the beat. I'm going to double click and anchor each one of those. And now I'm going to start moving snare parts. I could do it with free range of motion, but it's easier if I make sure that my grid is a quarter note, and then it'll just kind of snap each one of these to its place on the grid. And now let's listen. Okay, and let's listen with click. And that flamming that we heard earlier is gone. The snare drums are now as accurate as the kick drum parts were, and we've changed the internal timing of a music clip, just like we did with the announcer. And that's how you can use elastic audio for music clips.